Hi, Darren Lickfeld, Senior Technical Development Manager with Verdesian Life Sciences in Eastern Maryland. Today, I'm going to talk to Ed Stansfield from Randallstown. Ed is a crop producer, multiple years soybeans now. You said repeated soybeans for how long, Ed?
Some places I've been up to over 10 years of continuous production.
Continuous production. And I was out at Ed's place last year. He had a significant herbicide injury. We don't need to name the products, but I questioned whether the soybeans were going to even recover. He worked with the mill over here in Eastern Maryland to get some Take Off Phite MZ. And what was the result of that application?
Well, the reason we needed the MZ in the first place, I had gotten out of the sweet corn business, but I had two plantings totaling about 16 acres that had a full corn package. And I didn't want to put corn for grain behind that. I can't make any money on corn. So I'm set up for soybeans. So I needed a way to offset the effects of the atrazine if they were going to show up in the soybean field. About a month in, I started to get yellow leaf borders. And I was told to put the quart rate on, which is the high rate. And within 3 days, I started to get green up and recovery. And every other week, I applied another application. Within 3 days, again, as they started to green up and they never looked back, I left a check at the end of the field that got nothing throughout the summer, and they never got over a foot high, and they remained yellow.
Wow.
Now that field, even behind a full corn package, ended up yielding 107 bushel. I'm surprised the nitrogen didn't kill. It was 60 gallons of N out there.
Right. Now you're almost entirely foliar feed now.
I am foliar feed.
And a lot of foliar applications of various micronutrients, macronutrients. The Take Off Phite MZ, and you did Take Off ST treatment.
This year for the first time, yes, with seed treatment.
And then Take Off Phite MZ foliar. And what are you seeing this year out of that, Ed?
Well, the only addition I put on the seed treatment was the ST, and what I saw out of that immediately was where I had groundhog pressure, and I got rid of the groundhog. The beans grew back for the first time. We saw 2 new leaf shooting out of the stem that normally once a groundhog clips that bean, it dies.
So the growing point was still there and valid apparently to put that out.
It brought it back to life. So yeah, you've taken a yield hit, but at least instead of having that bare spot in the field, you've got something coming back. Now last year, after I rescued that sweet corn ground where I was doing soybean production, I went on ground that hadn't been treated, and I started experimenting to see how much I could enhance the uptake of the foliar that I was putting on. Sometimes I put them together and other times I didn't. And I had 2 fields side by side that had identical products, except one field got one more treatment of just MZ and foliar together versus the other. And that extra $6 a cost or whatever it was an acre got me $200 a return. The field that didn't have the extra treatment
$6 got 200, you said?
Yes.
Wow.
The field that did not get the extra treatment yielded 103. The field that got the extra did 128.
Wow.
Now, that really opened my eyes. This year, whenever I'm out with foliar, I'm putting MZ with it to help with the uptake.
Okay, well, we appreciate the effort, and we're going to keep monitoring what goes on at Ed's place because he's really revolutionizing how we think about soybeans as repeated crops, foliar feeding with multiple apps that other growers just need to hear that story. And we appreciate your time, Ed.
Thank you.